Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz and I kind of talk about random projects I'm working on, and recently I'm working on trying to build a website for myself and it is a lot harder than I thought. So originally I started in She Codes Learning, and so today we're going to be talking about how to create a repository to really start my project or my website per se. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download Visual Studio Code. So I'll put a link below, but it's basically like a desktop app so that you can, and it's a code editor, so that way you can code in this editor and store it on your desktop. The second thing you're going to want to download is Git local branching on the whatever that means. Whatever this is, Git, you're gonna download this. Now apparently there's like Git clients, so you have to like get the Git, download this for your Windows, and then you're going to download GitHub, and they merge together. So the GitHub will be a place where you can store your code, and then as you edit your code, it will see you editing it on VS Code, and it will show you the differences. I'll link in the description below the video I filmed for GitHub specifically, but the point is you have a Git client, which is GitHub, you have Git, and you have VS Code. It's all kind of like a triangle. So for my project, I am going to create a repository. So this is after I've already downloaded Git and GitHub and VS Code. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, so I was using it for a weather app, which was for a different project I was working on. So if it's blank, there's going to be like a create a repository, but I'm going to just do file, new repository. And I'm going to call it, this is my website. So it's just Liz -website. Easy enough. I'm going to choose my path. I'm going to just put it in GitHub, select folder, no, and then create repository. So now we're going to wait for this to work. And then bam, we're on. It's just Liz website. So now we have to go and open it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this into VS Code and drop it in there. And then, yes, I trust the authors. Bam, we're almost done. So now we have It's Just Liz website. So now we're linked. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click, I wanna add a file, new file, perfect. They like to call it index.html is like standard. So then you just start coding. So I'm going to put in some HTML here. Maybe we'll put in like an H1 and say it's just Liz. And that could just be my heading. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then I'm going to right click, reveal in File Explorer, which it popped up in a different one. And then this is what my site looks like. It's kind of shitty, but the point is that we made something. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And now when we open Git, it will show all the change, or GitHub on the desktop, it will show all my changes for my website. So then you go from here and you put set up structure code or something. And I press commit to main, and then I push the repository. And then we're pushing it to github.com. So I'm just going to put publish repository. And this will pull in on my github.com, which is really nice because if I, like, for instance, this computer is not always going to be mine because this is my work computer, I can log in and go grab my code. So if we go on here, and we go to my account, I believe I can go to my code, your repositories, bam, it's just Liz, private updated 23 seconds ago. So I could go in here and I can look at my code here and see my changes. So that's like super huge, right? And then what you can do is you can link this to Netlify, which is hosting. And that's what I did for my weather app project. And you can host your actual website, code, whatever, on Netlify. I wish I would have known that before I bought Ghost, because right now I'm hosting on Ghost, but I'm still trying to figure out how to get my code on Ghost. We're working on it. It's a struggle, but Netlify is also like super cool. So it's like, dang, I wish I would have just done it on Netlify if I knew how easy it was, because it just like links and then it automatically updates your code, which I don't know how Ghost works yet. So I'm still learning that. So stay tuned for future videos. But this is how you create a repository. And so that way you can have your code stored for life. And if you lose your computer or something, you still have your code. You sent it onto your thing. So as I code on VS Code and make changes, then I can go into GitHub and save those changes. So that is kind of how that works. It's just a little more detailed than my last video where I'm just like, this is GitHub, but you actually have to use all three to make the repository work. Anyway, I hope this video helps you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.